Hi everyone. Today is Wednesday. It's the 13th of May. We've tried this YouTube video option before and it seemed to work pretty well. So what I wanted to do is try to communicate with you some plans or tentative plans that we have about the bond projects. I've already been asked what's going to be our next step. So let me cover that quickly with you. I want to talk about timing. And before I say anything else, let me just remind everybody that our new city manager, Robert Hanna, is supposed to start Monday. So I don't want to make any kind of definitive plans until I've had a chance to visit with him. So everything I'm going to tell you today is just kind of some tentative plans until I have a chance to run this past Mr. Hanna. But as far as the way I see this unfolding, we're looking at starting two projects as soon as possible. I feel like we need to get started immediately on Station 4. And so that's going to be one of our projects, and I'd also like for us to begin on the storage and maintenance facility as soon as possible. So our first two projects of the 5 bond projects will be those two. Mindy Patterson, the city's finance director, has already asked me to provide feedback on the dollar amount of bonds that she needs to consider selling for this summer for fire department projects. So what I have requested from Mindy is that she sell $5 million worth of bonds. As y'all may know, the allotment for Station 4 was $2,575,000, and then the maintenance and storage facility was just a little under $2 million. So those together are about almost $4.6 million, and then I was thinking we would have some additional money if she sold $5 million worth to possibly purchase the land for Stations 3 and Station 7 as well. So that is the tentative plan as far as the projects that we're looking at starting, and as soon as Mr. Hanna gets here and gets kind of settled in, I'm going to sit down with him and make sure that he's good with us starting with those projects as soon as possible. Okay, let's talk about the process. What the plan is to put together 2 separate project teams. We obviously have 2 major projects going, and they're not really related. So I will have 2 small project teams. One of the first things we'll do, the project team will start soliciting input and suggestions from everybody. We'll also work toward making a selection as far as the hiring of the professionals that will be involved in this. Specifically, I'm thinking about the architects. And then, of course, we need to consider the purchase of land as soon as possible, because the land location may have an impact on the building design. So as soon as we can put together these project teams, we'll communicate who's on the team, and we will immediately start trying to collect ideas and suggestions from everybody. Once we have the professionals in place, specifically the architect, then I think I'll be able to give you a whole lot better timeline as far as how long it's estimated that these projects will take, and hopefully we'll be able to give you some more details on the process itself. So that's kind of where we're planning to start on this. As far as the location of Station 4 and this maintenance facility, let's talk about that a little bit. We have not purchased any land yet. The intent is to put all 3 station replacements in the same general part of town. Hopefully within about a half a mile of the current location, if that's practical. There's vacant lots all around Station 4, both north of the interstate as well as south, and we're looking at some of those options. But I have taken no steps yet toward purchasing land. I didn't want to do anything until the bond passed, and it's only been 4 days since the bond is passed. So that will be one of the first focus points of the project group, or the project team, is to look at land purchases for specifically Station 4. For the maintenance and training, maintenance and storage facility, there has already been some talk about us possibly putting that on some land out by the airport off of Navajo Trail. Don Green, the Director of Aviation, mentioned that as a possibility last summer, and I have since talked to Chief Bell, Captain Medley, and both David and Stephen about that possibility, and it was well received as a very strong candidate for a location for that facility. So I've asked Don Green, I asked him this morning if he would look into that further, whether it's land we would lease from the airport or how that process would work. But that is one of the locations we're considering, but that decision hasn't been made either. Again, as soon as the project team is put together, we'll look at different options. So I want to emphasize again that these are just tentative plans. I will do my best to try to communicate with you as the process unfolds. This is going to be an exciting time. These are some great projects. I'm very appreciative that we live in a community that has supported public safety as strongly as they always have, they always do. And these are going to be 5 fun projects put together, but I will do my best to communicate as the process unfolds. As always, if you have questions, suggestions, ideas, please don't hesitate to let me know. And as soon as these project teams get put together, we'll communicate that, and we'll do our best to try to communicate throughout the entire process. Thank you.